more that we sell at jamierayvintage.com and in our store in Lehigh, Utah. Today, we're going to be working on painting metal mailboxes using milk paint. It's a question we get asked about a lot. We're going to be using farmhouse finishes. I'm not entirely positive whether or not farmhouse finishes will work without needing bond. So we're going to be your guinea pigs and we'll see how it does. If it does need bond, then we will add some. And if you guys need to shop, it's jamierayvintage.com. And don't forget that we are doing 20% off until December 12th, 2025 on all of our thrift flips and finds collection. And the colors we're using are the colors of the month. So for the entire month of December 2025, you can get these two colors in farmhouse finishes and in Sweet Pickins milk paint for 35% off, which is the absolute best price you'll ever get them. Caitlin, she just texted me something funny. Caitlin, would you mind checking for Zeb's box? Because I don't know that it says will be painted. And I just want to make sure that we have that verbiage in there because it is indeed getting painted here in a minute. So just search toolbox for me. If you can't find it, let me know.
All right, I'm just adding warm water to here.
Are we priming these?
I didn't know if you wanted to prime over that black spot in case it chips through.
Oh, you just flung water at my face.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Sorry we're late. It's my bad. I had a towel on my head. I had mascara from Monday on still, and it's Wednesday. So it was needed. I've been washing my face, but yesterday when I washed my face after I got up, I was like, I don't have time to deal with my mascara because it's like really great to stick on and really hard to get off. And so I just washed my face around my eyes and redid that makeup. And so the mascara was literally 3 days old. So I need to hop in the shower and steam some stuff out. All right, I will go ahead and prime this. Does Odelia know that we're live?
Yes.
Well, luckily we're mic'd up so you guys can hear it. Odelia's been working from home and she's having a very good meeting. I'm just going to prime the whole thing. I'm at it. So this won't be indicative of how it would stick.
I mean, it's still going to be slick over the top of that. That primer is not like it's not porous.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Maybe a reminder.
Yeah.
To not be so excited. All right, so I'm just adding, I might have to let some water out of that one. So warm water, 1 part water, 1 part paint. That's the way you mix up all the milk paint. This already has the extra bond added into it if you do the farmhouse finishes line. So we have 3 milk paint lines. Sweet Pickins milk paint, no bond in that one. Farmhouse finishes has the bond added in, and then we have the bespoke milk paint line that has no bond added. So just so you're aware of that when you're ordering.
Caitlin, the price should be $69.95 for Zeb's because it's bigger and it's going to be painted if you want to change that. Because I was selling it as is before.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
It was a project piece, was it?
Yes. And probably it's going to be more than $20 of work, but that's all right.
So do you want to go, I mean, I guess you're priming your whole thing.
Yeah, I'm going now.
I wasn't going to prime it, but then I was like, oh, that big black spot's just weird on there where someone Sharpied out someone's name on it.
Well, I just got started and had the brush in my hand, so whatever. I'm not like giving full coverage, so maybe it'll chip.
So the question is, since that's green, do you want to go green over that?
Yeah, I was planning on going green, although it's not green anymore.
Okay.
And yes, I'm painting the handle, and no, I don't care. I'm probably going to just not prime that, though. That way, if some of it chips off, it'll look good.
Okay, I think I got this stirred up pretty well here.
Yeah, I'm going to take this out.
Are you painting the inside, too?
Well, it's got a lip.
Oh.
That would be weird.
All right, we're going to let a little water out because you can always add more water, but I only have these samples. And they should paint well more than this. I had to add a lot of water or paint to that one because I had too much water in my
This
mix.
is definitely going to stick now that I've primed it. Like there won't be any messing around here.
If you're really worried about it, like how far your paint's going to go, measure 1 to 1.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a Ziploc bag because this primer will dry on this and not come off. Although the question is, do we have any more? Because
I don't think we have any little ones up here right now. I think they all ended up in the camper.
well, also nobody's reloaded it from the basement. I'm just going to use this piece of plastic. We're going to recycle that. I'm going to grab a heat gun.
Okay. I do have transfers out, and also, I don't know, are you?
I was going to go floral. I'm not going Christmas at this late date.
Yep.
Because by the time someone buys this and it ships out and they get it, I mean, we are leaving in a week and a half to California for Christmas. So
yeah,
the time is coming around.
I spilled
Do you
some on
need
the
a heat
floor.
gun too, sweetie?
Do I need a heat gun? Yeah, you might as well get me a heat gun out. Yeah, it's at the point in the year where we're moving past the holiday season, and spring is going to be like the next thing we start. There'll be like a few Valentine's Day things.
Yeah.
But
well, I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, why is it that it feels so rushed? Thanksgiving was super late this year. So like normally we would have had more days in before, like December 1st was Cyber Monday. So we were already into December. Did you get milk paint all over my thing?
It dripped on it, yes.
I don't think that's coming off. Well, it's fine.
It'll be motivation to replace it.
I have in case you don't know, I have a curtain underneath.
I got paint on it.
We have plans to build, and probably, don't we have the supplies too?
Most of them, yeah.
To build out the kitchen island and put proper doors and cabinets in here. But if you do need anything for Christmas, though, please email info@jamierayvintage.com. We are shipping around the clock, so anything you need for a present or whatever, like just email us. Caitlin is going to be out of town starting Saturday, but Zeb will have the email, and he'll be having the phone and stuff and helping out with that. So we did get through the 26th yesterday, Zeb and I and Jack. So some of you may be getting packages signed by little Jack. And hopefully he did perfect. Hopefully I didn't screw up printing out the labels. I was so like cross-eyed tired. But Jack was very meticulous about filling out the forms and making sure everything was correct. And today we will get through the 27th and halfway through the 28th, maybe all the way. I don't know. We'll see. We are doing our bestest. It's funny, Megan, who works for us, left her car at the shop because her and her boyfriend after her shift went out and did some stuff and then went to the movies.
Went to a movie.
And then when they got done, she's like, it was about 9:30 and I got there and saw both you and Zeb's cars there working. I thought, oh man. And I just said, most of the time what we do is like not simple, but not as much work and everything flows. But when you get behind, it is the business owner where the buck stops because it's not anybody else's responsibility. So sometimes it looks fun and you see the successful side of it, but then sometimes in business, the reason why the business owner usually you either wind up hurt the most if the business doesn't fail, and you also get the most benefit when the business is successful, and also the buck stops with you. It just is the way it is. It's also good for our kids, Jack, to see how hard it is to work. Unless you think we're breaking any child labor laws, he's our kid, so it's fine. Also, we were only there about an hour and a half total. And he doesn't go to school until 9:15. So he doesn't get up until about 8 o'clock. And his prize for coming with us and helping was we let him stay up till like 10-ish to watch Star Wars. He was pretty excited about that. Can you pass me a paintbrush?
Yep.
How do we come up with my business name? So I thought of a lot of names and I couldn't figure anything out. And I was like, you know what? Martha Stewart has Martha Stewart and it's been great for her. So I'm just going to go with Jamie Ray and then vintage, because what we do is vintage. Or if it's not vintage, it becomes Jamie Ray Vintage when we make it over or whatever. So, and I'm glad we picked that name because we've done a bunch of different things with our business and that name has worked well. And people always say, oh, it should be Jamie and Zeb. But the thing is, it started long before Zeb.
It was just Jamie for a long time.
Yeah. And Ray is the last name that I got from him. So he is included. My original surname was Harrington that we married. So it's Jamie and then Ray from Zeb Vintage. So I feel like we're both included.
All right. So this is going on wonderfully. Although I feel like
I do feel like Farmhouse Finishes mixes smoother than Sweet Pickens. It doesn't chip the way Sweet Pickens does, but it mixes smoother. If you're going to spray it, which you can spray it in a critter sprayer, it does mix up pretty well because there's no chunks in this. I don't know if it's the built-in bonding agent or what.
it's the warm water.
No, because I use warm water with Sweet Pickens too. It's not like you can't make Sweet Pickens. I just feel like this is smoother. Zeb's using, is that Barn Red?
So, yes.
Caitlin, what are the names in the Sweet Pickens line?
Because they're different names in some of the other lines, I think.
Yeah, no, it's different in Sweet Pickens. Maybe I'll just leave this off and leave this.
So I'm just taping my handle up.
Well, that would have been good, but guess what? I did do
so that it doesn't.
I'll just use a magic eraser later. I want these to be painted.
Well, I got that. I was trying not to get that in the paint, and I did.
Yeah, you're not. So I went over the top of this, but I'm going to magic eraser off the actual handle because I don't want it painted. And then if it doesn't work, I can always just paint it later. Barn Red and Farmhouse Finishes is the same as Cherry Picked.
Oh, okay.
Denton. Oh, hey, Denton. He said Jack should be the employee of the month. If I had to pick an employee of the month, it would be every employee right now. Everybody is just pulling extra to get things done. And we appreciate that so much.
Wait, why do I have 2 red brushes? What happened here?
I couldn't tell you there, George. I'm just over here painting my toolbox green.
I'm going to come around front so you guys can see how easy this is going on and smooth. And it's sticking right to the metal. I did wipe it down beforehand, but this has still got rust and things. So I'm hoping we do get some fun like age and chipping out of it.
Well, if you wet distress it, you should be able to, but. And if I heat gun it, it might.
Yeah.
What's the one for the green, Caitlin?
It's Bayberry.
Bayberry, but
what's
what's
for the Farmhouse Finishes one?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's different in Sweet Pickens. I think the Barn Red is the same in both lines.
No, it's Cherry Picked.
Oh, okay. I can't. And this is why I can't keep track of all the names of things.
It's all right.
Because every line has a different name.
People have been to our website. They can see how many products we have. There's a lot. Okay. Got pretty good done.
The nice thing about milk paint is it does lay down pretty flat and smooth.
Okay, so I used primer because there was some Sharpie that I didn't want to come through my paint. Zeb is painting just Farmhouse Finishes. So we'll see how it works. And it can cause problems sometimes heat gunning. So we'll see how that affects it as well. Oh, Artichoke and Sweet Pickens is the same as the color I'm using. I would say this is a very like good kind of sagey Christmas green. And then, but borderline avocado, like from the 70s, but good. Very good vintage green. I'm getting pretty good coverage. I might touch up a few things.
I'm getting amazing coverage.
What projects are you guys working on getting ready for Christmas? Seb and I were talking last night about I haven't bought him anything for Christmas. I don't even know what he wants. And he's like, all I bought for you is supplies to finish projects.
Supplies to finish some things for Christmas. She wants a lot of her copper retinned. And so I have all the stuff to do.
He bought
all
a
her
new
big
burner
pots.
And
yeah, I got a big banjo burner because I tried using the Camp Chef last time and I could only do small pots because by the time it wasn't getting it hot enough all the way up the pan to keep the tin flowing good. And so I was having a struggle getting it where I wanted to get it up on the top lip of the pan.
Dylan.
What, did I fling
You're
some
super
paint?
cute, but move that way about a foot.
I'm also painting right over the hinges.
Yeah, just don't fling it. It's not...
This is a craftsman.
Do you have any green on yours?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was like, before I start throwing shade, make sure I'm not throwing paint. Megan says they're having a dinner party Saturday, so she finished decorating. We have the ward, like it's our congregation Christmas party. It's called the ward. It's the people we go to church with on Friday night. But we also have a basketball game, and we're also like 1,000 times busy. And I had signed up to bring mac and cheese, and I just ordered mac and cheese from Sam's Club. I'm gonna add extra cheese because I feel like they never.
Are we even gonna make it, or are you just gonna take it?
Well, that starts at 6, I think, and the game doesn't start till 7.
Oh, so we can go for a little while.
So we could go for like half hour or whatever. And I need to have the mac and cheese by 5:45. I was like, but anyways, I realized I could have made it from scratch, but I realized it's just not that much time. And honestly, I probably could make blue box mac and cheese, and that would make the kids so happy. But I realized why when I'm busy, I don't cook that much, because last night I'm like, oh, I'll just make this chili from a mix and some cornbread from a mix, and it won't take that long. It literally took like 45 minutes to like mix everything up and simmer it and wait for it to bake. That's why I buy a lot of pre-made stuff this time of year.
I am a little sad. You made cornbread last night, but it's from a mix, and it is not just corn. There is a lot of wheat products in there.
It is so tasty. I don't even care. Well, I mean, I do feel sad for you, but also I made you a breakfast casserole.
Yeah, you did. And that is delicious. I'm going to
Tracy, you made a big order. Thank you. Was it when we did our Black Friday sale? Because we will be victorious. One of the things Zeb and I do, so when we go in and ship, sometimes what we have to do, because there's only so much space to ship product, we have to pull from the shelf like the thrift items. So one of the things we're also doing, and I feel like we've already shipped a lot of it, is we're shipping the thrift haul items from that Saturday. So that way when they get to that day, they can just ship product.
The products go fast. They're like already prepackaged. They go in boxes really easy. The thrift haul, like we don't have a pre-made box for this if we have to ship it.
No, you have to like.
So you have to like make a box, find a box. It gets interesting shipping the thrift haul stuff because we don't have the original packaging that all these plates and dishes and pitchers and everything came in. So we're having to make it up as we go. And that takes time.
Some of the areas where I did second coats, and maybe it's because it's where the primer was, but it looks like different shades, which are our natural highs and lows in milk paint. But I'm going to go ahead and second coat this because I don't have anything else to use the paint on. So
yeah, I got a lot of paint.
I might as well.
I'm sure I could go find some stuff we could paint back there.
It's fine. I'm going to paint the bottom too, like off camera.
All right, mine. I mean, pretty much one coat coverage. There's maybe a couple spots.
I don't need this second coat, but I am doing it.
But I'll set that over to the side for a moment.
The thing with milk paint, if you want even paint, you have nice long strokes. Careful that I don't fling green on you.
Don't fling green on my thing.
I didn't, but nice long strokes and then smooth it out. That will help you get a much better finish.
All right. Nope, I'm not plugged in. I'm like, this heat gun's broken.
Did I give you a broken heat gun?
No, it's not plugged in.
Oh. I didn't listen to that full statement. Now I understand what you were saying. Okay.
Oh, I do have some streakies on top. I'll probably put another coat on here.
What I'm wondering is if I need to seal it before I put the transfers on, or should I just try to put them straight? Because milk paint is pretty porous.
I don't know. I do have some top coat out here if you want to do that.
I'm just going to make sure it's really dry and try to just put transfer straight on it. If I have a struggle, then I'll figure it out.
Now, the question is, are you going to distress it before you do that? You can see sitting here.
I'm not going to distress it till afterwards.
You can see sitting here how well these two colors pair together.
Yes, they are very Merry Christmas. Nadine, we will definitely pray for you. I'm wondering too if it's dry to the touch, but it's not quite dry.
I'm getting highs and lows, but mine's drying out pretty well.
Maybe I'll wet distress it. We'll go for
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was thinking. And then
It.
that gets all the powdery, any dust it might have from you heat gunning it. I would say though, without adding any bond, this is also not chipping
yours
with
is
the heat.
sticking good. So I feel like for metal, farmhouse finishes for the win. I'm getting a little bit of crackle, but not much. You might get more than me when you heat gun yours after you wet distress it, because you didn't use primer.
So are you wanting to go floral on this one too? I mean, I know we kind of use Christmassy colors because they're the colors of the month here in December, but
You can do whatever you want.
I feel like this red is like a good barn red. Like you can use this all year round.
Whatever you want.
I mean, that is the name of it.
Barn red.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's steaming. I'm going to get some of that primer to come through. I'm trying to make it look a little aged and chippy.
Oh, you got your brush really wet.
You mean my rag?
Or your rag, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just bringing out some of the white that I had underneath and some of that dark green.
Oh, did you get through the primer?
Yeah, and getting it wet, I'm getting a little bit of crackle because this does activate the farmhouse finishes too. Oops. And I burnt that paint.
The paint?
Yeah, it's fine. I was like, why is that brown? Oh, I burnt the paint with my heat gun. Careful. Flip this around. Careful if you're heat gunning metal. You could burn yourself real quick. I will show this up to you up close so you guys can see it is getting a little crackle from getting it wet. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off the candle. While I have this paint is still kind of fresh, and then I'll help get some of the paint off that I didn't want. You guys see? Maybe not. There's some crackle right here. It's still kind of wet, which is why it's dark. And then just a little bit of crackle and alligator crackle up top.
All right, so I'm getting all the paint I want off with this. I don't have any primer, so I'm going to have to go actually a little more delicate, I think.
Yeah, because I primered this. It's a little special.
It's going to kind of go across the edges where it would normally get dents and dings and wear. from being bumped up against stuff, running around in the truck, hanging out in a workshop, you know.
And I might come back after I put the transfer on it and use some sandpaper. We'll see. So off camera to the left of me, I have the laptop. So that's also, I'm kind of limited in space with that. You guys can't see it. But if you ever see me looking over, it's because I'm also responding to comments and whatnot. Okay, I'm just about ready. I'm going to try transfers. I don't know. I'm worried that if I seal it, then I also got to dry that too. Then I can't really distress the paint.
What time are we at? You probably got time.
It's 10:30. No, I'm just saying like, no, I'm just going to go straight up transfers.
Just do it.
Do it.
Let's see what we can do with it.
I need to grab a transfer stick.
Oh, we got a lot off of there. I want less. So I pulled off more than I wanted. I just came back and hit it with more paint.
All right, I'm using Lover of Flowers, one of the smaller transfer packs. And I will flip this around and show you. Some people are like, we can't see what you're doing. But the thing is, when I'm working on a project, the most important thing is that I can see what I'm doing and that I get it on there straight. So I'll flip it around in a second. It's coming. Okay.
T-gun is not my friend today.
It might
It's
not
like
be.
its third dive off the counter.
Might not be anybody's friend once you're done with it. Let's see if we can get this on here. I would highly suggest sealing your piece before trying to do what I'm doing, but I didn't want to. So it seems like it's coming off okay.
So I'm not getting any chipping
Okay.
on mine. Or maybe just a little bit there.
I got a little bit of like crackle. So you can just use milk paint and then put bond in it, and then you can regulate how much bond you use to try to get more chipping. But the farmhouse finishes, it's kind of like what it is. You know what I mean? You can't fix it to get more chipping.
Yeah, it's just drying it out. It is reactivating it.
A little bit left over.
Oh, I got a tiny little bit of chipping here. There we go. Around the handles here. Or the latches. Okay, I'll bring it up close so you guys can take a peek at it. And once I seal this, I think it'll bring out some contrast. Can they see that all right? The only place I got any kind of chipping was like right over here. Bottom's still rusty. I'll paint that in a minute once I'm done. Kind of just went around the edges where it would get normal wear.
It's got these like individual flowers.
What flowers should I use on mine?
I don't know. Saint Germain, maybe.
Oh, let's see what we've got.
If not, then just see what's in there and see what you like. I spend too much time at cheer because I want to say, if you like it, say go big purple. Go big purple. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season for Zeb and I. Okay, I think I'm going to do this flower right kind of in the middle.
All right. Transfers.
Oh, they're talking about the scent. It says the scent is generally pretty light, but because it's all natural cranberry, sweet pickens oil wax is non-toxic. Yeah, so this paint is non-toxic, but it has like an earthy smell. The milk paint does. I'm used to it by now. But you only want to mix up the amount of milk paint you're going to use. It's not going to keep for a long period of time. You've got a couple of hours once you mix it up. Sometimes the regular sweet pickens can last a little longer if there's no bond in it. The words right here.
All right, I've got Saint Germain out, what's left of this transfer. So we've got this big element up front. I think I'm going to go down the center, oops, with that. And then I have these elements left. The rest of it, I think, is all used up. Yep. So I've got these other elements here. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can figure that out around this latch.
I feel like I have faith in you. You can.
What I might try to do, oh, that's upside down. Is it? No, the stems are down. Okay. I might try to fit it in there under the handle. Maybe we can do that.
Sorry, this is kind of squeaky.
And just do it down to like right there. I actually like that. Okay. I think we're going to go that route, and then I'll work around the front with some of these smaller elements. Here, I might be able to do it up close here if I can get this to the edge of the table.
There's the back. Whoops. So I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to do something on each side on the front, and then I'm going to call it good.
You're going to have to go get another project.
Oh, well, I didn't. Well, I got to seal this. It'll be a minute.
All right, you can see me.
I'm debating on whether or not I want to use clear wax or if I want to. I think I'm just going to use clear wax. It might be kind of splotchy if I do clear wax until it cures, but it'll be all right. And just so you know, if you like buff really hard, milk paint and DIY paint, not the cottage color, but the DIY paint, you can get highs and lows in the paint, and it might not look whatever because you've pushed really hard and buffed in the highs and the lows. Also, if there's grease underneath it, you'll get spotting from that. Okay, let's see. I wonder if I take this and cut it in half, and then I can have it coming from each side. That's what I'm going to do. Take the words out.
It's a little tricky working around that handle, but not bad. I probably could have cut little slits on the edge, but it was already almost the right size, so I'm just running with it.
Where's my stick?
I don't know. I didn't take it. I went and got my own.
I'll just go grab another one.
The Saint Germain has like good like reds and pinks and a little bit of orange in there, so I think it's going to contrast well with this barn red. Well, not contrast, but complement.
I also need to paint the bottom of this too, so I could do that.
Yeah, you could.
I'm gonna get this. It'll be good. We can get it all the way finished because we have a lot of things to do today. We need to finish tomorrow's video because tomorrow we've got a little road trip going on, and got to get everything listed. Zeb's working on papers for next month's subscription. And then I might go work some later while Jack's out wrestling.
Okay.
Dark oil wax can take a week to like dry up. And the smell is just the smell of oil. So you just need to let that cure up. It kind of smells like a lead pencil.
It's kind of like wax. It can take up to 30 days to cure. Out here in the West, honestly, like within a day or two, it doesn't even take that full. But if you're in a humid area, expect those max dry times.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Like at this point, you just got to let it cure up till the smell dissipates. If you're really sensitive to smell, it could take longer before you're not noticing it anymore. But it won't hurt you. Like the smell is not toxic. You might not like the way it smells, but it's not going to like be a detriment. Okay. Although I guess if you like, my mom has COPD and it could be the smell of anything and it could bother her.
She gets choked up if I use lemon oil.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to show you guys up close here what I've been working on. Yeah. Oil wax just takes a while. Oh, there's my stick I'm missing.
So I'm using Saint Germain, and Jamie, you used Lover of Flowers on your transfer, right?
I could seal this with dark oil wax since we're talking about it.
That actually would be really good with
like
a dark oil wax on there. Yeah.
I was gonna maybe like sand over the transfers, but I think I'm just gonna leave them. And I think there's enough distress going on with the wet distress that I did beforehand. And I've got something, every side's got a pretty side. I really like the U shape that I did under the handle. So let's paint this bottom though. Is my cup of paint over there?
Yep.
You're welcome, Karina. I think sometimes when you're using a product and you're like, is this, you know, it's like, if you haven't used it a lot, it's good to get answers from people who have, because then you know you're not going crazy, right? Like, I didn't do anything wrong. This is just the way it is. I can be patient as long as I know that that's normal. I'm the same way. It is one of the benefits of shopping with a small company, because you've got people like Caitlin, you've got Zeb and I on live videos, and we're answering questions. I can't tell you how many times we get emails from people. I used XYZ product and this happened. Can you help me? And it's not that we don't want to help somebody because they didn't buy it from us or whatever, but we are not experts. And so sometimes we'll say, well, you're probably going to need to go to Home Depot or whatever that Amazon company you bought from and ask them for help. Then we 9 times out of 10, we get, I tried, but they weren't helpful or they wouldn't respond or whatever. So like, it's just one of those things. We try really hard to help out with that stuff. And then sometimes we just can't, like if you're not there, like if it's a specific problem because of the piece being done, there's so many variables in
especially antiques,
vintage, antiques, junk, whatever. We can't tell you with a surety what was on your piece before you started. We just do our best, you know?
So I think these two, I think I'm going to do these two on the sides. Maybe these two, because they're kind of yellow and got these poppy colors in them.
Shelly, if I was making over a toolbox for a man, I would get our entomology.
Yeah, it's got fish.
There's fish, bugs,
frogs.
Frogs. That's a really great transfer. And then there's lots of really pretty stuff on there too. There's mushrooms. The fish would be cute on a toolbox for a man. So obviously you don't need the whole transfer to do the toolbox, but then you'd get a lot of other great elements that you could use on other things. Like I'm obsessed with the flowers and the eggs on that transfer.
We don't have...
You could also just get some of our... We have a stencil pack that's like, I think it's shipping labels. I don't know exactly what it's called, but any of our signage stencils would be a really great idea to make it look like old signage. That's just use colors like weathered wood or these greens or blues, like all of those things work well for that. Vicky says she used entomology for a rolling pin and it sold fast. Oh yeah. Entomology, it would be fun to do an entire set of rolling pins with each page of entomology. All right. So the bottom was not primed at all. And I just want to show you that the paint adhered. I heat gunned it. It's not coming off. And it is nice and smooth. So just a little plug for this Farmhouse Finishes paint. Originally, this brand was called Safe Paint. Sasha from Sweet Pickens bought out the brand when she bought the Sweet Pickens line and the Old Fashioned line. It was the same manufacturer. And she switched it to Farmhouse Finishes, but the original name was Safe Paint. Okay, let's see. Do we have dark oil wax in here?
Yeah, it'll be down on the bottom, probably on the right.
Right.
So I'm just kind of, this is called riding the wave. I'm just rubbing in front of where I'm pulling up and putting a little bit of pressure, and it's just releasing this really nice and easy.
Okay, so I'm brushing on this oil wax. And I'm going to do one section at a time, make sure you get nice, long, even brush strokes.
Actually, I think I'm going to mix it up a little because I feel like these flowers match that one. I'm going to not do what I said I was going to do.
So this dark oil wax is going to seal it. It's also going to change the look of the paint and age it a little bit. I'm going to show you guys in a second. Let me grab. So we have this roll of not paper towels, they're almost like disposable. Make sure you put your rags in a bucket of water just like you would if you were dealing with oil for a car. But you can see how this richens and deepens that paint color. And as it dries, it will lighten up quite a bit too. It's also going to seal over top of this transfer. You definitely would not want to do this first because you can't put transfers over oil. You can put transfers over a liquid sealer, not oil. And had I sealed this first to put the transfer on, the oil wax would not react the same. Now you could put it over the sealed paint, but it just wouldn't soak up the same way. And when I'm wiping this off, I'm not wiping it all the way off. I'm just kind of pulling back some of the pooled amounts. And if you want, you can leave it on for 10 or 15 minutes and then wipe it back. But I just want to make sure that I'm not getting it to where I can't smooth and wipe it off. So, and you can also let it dry completely and do a few coats. It's also nice because it will stick down if you do have any crackle, which we do have the tiniest little bit of crackle.
Yeah, I did not get as much crackling and chipping as I expected after wet distressing it, but that's the way it goes.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to use my nails as tools, not jewels here, and get off this paint I didn't want on this. My car knew that yesterday was nail manicure day, and it gave me the distance from here to the nail salon I go to that's just down the street.
That's your phone, not your car.
Oh, sorry, my
It was putting the directions into your car, but
yes,
your phone is the one listening.
Well, the phone just knows where I go every couple of weeks. Okay, there was a little bit of paint on the underside. I'm not really going to worry about that. It's supposed to look like it. If you've ever seen an old toolbox that's been painted, they are never perfect. Usually they're spray painted, which is not great.
All right, now burnish. If you see me rubbing these back on, I'm just making sure that all edges are down nice and tight. I actually was able to take this over the hinge a little bit here for the latch. All right, I'm pretty happy with that layout. You guys see that? Can they see all the angles, Jamie?
Yep, it looks really good.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do this one on the side over here, and then this one on the side over there.
So somebody says, is it necessary to use white wax when you use dark wax? No, you usually will do clear wax first, but this is different. Oil wax is not the same as like a paste wax. It's not. If I was doing this over the top of white, I would be super careful, or I might lay down some clear oil wax first. But this is going over green, so it's not as big of a deal. And this is not as harsh, I guess, of a wax. Like it's not going to be the same as like traditional dark paste wax, if that makes sense. So I definitely didn't need to lay anything down first, and never a white, because if you did white first, then you would get like a weird light brown color. The white would mix with it. I'm gonna this area here. We got some crackle. I might let this sit a little bit more because I was worried it might get too dingy, but I might let it sit a little bit more before I wipe it back.
Oh, you can wipe it. So it takes about 20 minutes, especially in the winter here. If it was sitting out in the sun, I would say you don't have 20 minutes. But
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to wipe it back right away because I want it to sit down into my cracks, the crackle of the.
But after about 20 minutes, it can get difficult to wipe back because it is going to start to dry out and cure up.
Do not paint this on and then not come back.
We left our countertops when we had the butcher block countertops.
Overnight.
Jamie did white wax, and she's like, I want it to be a little whiter, so she left it overnight. We came back in the morning, and it was like wintertime, but the heater was on. And it like everywhere it pulled up, like because it was thicker in some areas than others, because you just rubbing it on with a rag. Like that was extra like white, and it was splotchy, and it had cured up. And we had to basically sand the countertops.
Yeah, so don't do that. Listen to the direction, read the directions. 20 minutes max, then wipe it back.
We actually did the same white wax on this island. It's probably due for another round just because we've really used it.
We need to sand the island.
Between all the projects, we do a lot of canning, a lot of cooking. It needs a sand. You need to sand it down, and then like some corners have taken some dings, and it's just pine, so it's not like super hard. We need to probably do a refinish on it.
Is there a reason I don't keep the closures unpainted? I don't mind paint on them. If you ever get an old painted toolbox, I promise you that they are going to paint it. So I'm trying to make it look like somebody vintage painted this up. Like people weren't as persnickety about stuff back in the day, but also I just like the way it looks. If you don't want them painted, I guess the easiest thing would be to remove them completely. You probably couldn't do that.
Well, those are riveted on. So
these ones have flat standard slots, like a slotted screw.
Oh, down below?
Yeah, you probably.
Mine are all rivets.
Yeah, riveted. So good luck. Or you could tape it off or get really teeny tiny brush. But no, because I just like the way it looks.
So I just went.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I went right over here. I'm just going to cut that with the butter knife. That's enough. And now that won't rip or tear weird.
If you're using like a latex paint, I guess it could be problematic. Like if you're just using like hardware paint from a hardware store, because it'll get chunky. But this paint is pretty thin, especially the milk paint. So we're not going to have like chunky paint that will make it not like close right, I guess you could say. And also over time, the paint will chip off, which I like. So that's the other reason I do it, because I want it to look chippy and old. But you definitely could do it. You could definitely do it so that way you've got that. I did want to leave this unpainted just for the two-tone effect. There is a little bit of paint like under the underside edge here, and I'm just not going to stress.
Well, and that's going to wear off pretty fast if anyone's actually using it.
Yes. I'm just making sure I get everything nice and sealed up. And I will probably put this out in the sunshine, even though it's cold, to cure up a little bit more. And if you do buy this toolbox, just know that it will smell like oil wax even when it gets shipped to you, because it might not by the time we get around to shipping it, but it's going to be a week, 2 weeks before that smell goes away. Yes, the inside of this toolbox is just the original green.
Complete with rust and dust. We'll vacuum it out.
I will vacuum it out. And because I'm not sealing the inside, I had a few spots where the milk paint dripped. And I could just wipe those off because until it's sealed, the paint will come off. I mean, it'll be harder. This will go back inside too. It'll be harder to get it off if you were to like wait, 6 months or a year to get it off. But if it's not sealed, you could just take a damp rag and clean it.
So we've used farmhouse finishes quite a bit, but I am really happy with how well it's sticking to this metal, and then the transfers are sticking to it.
I would definitely recommend using farmhouse finishes on metal if you have a toolbox like this, because it definitely was nice. It didn't all chip off. You get a little bit of crackle in it if you use a heat gun and you wet distress. The only thing with toolboxes, keep in mind, they can be really, really greasy. So you want to clean them really, really well. And maybe have Bond on hand just in case your toolbox is extra dramatic. Okay. Oh, I didn't really get a lot of drippage. There's some scuffs from the original paint finish in here, but I'm just going to get this little drip right here and go along the lip. I'm not really that worried about it. It's not that precious. It's the inside of a toolbox. Show you the inside. I'm going to seal the bottom of it while I have it out. It'll be nice to have a project 150% finished. The next thing we need to work on that Zeb's not thrilled about. My sewing box sold, so he's got to take that apart, but we probably won't do that until next Tuesday.
I might get to it. We'll see how long it takes me to edit the video.
Yeah, well, we also have Vicky's.
That pulled the paint up there where it was a little chippy.
We have a couple of other projects, but the toolbox literally just sold, so if we get it done next week, that's fine. We've got to take off all the little hinges and sand off the paint, and then either dark oil wax it or use dark and decrepit on it.
I really like that.
Not the toolbox, the sewing box. So if you guys saw that sewing box, that did sell, so we've got to get that done.
All right, I'm going to dark oil wax mine. Are you almost done?
Yeah.
That is the smallest little brush you used.
Well,
it is easy to clean.
It'll be easier to clean. That's exactly what I was thinking. And these synthetic zipper brushes are easier to get out. So you got to use like dish soap and warm water.
Dawn works really well to clean the oil wax because it'll cut the grease.
I mean, if you really want to, you got to use like mineral spirits, but I'm not that worried about it. Could also put it on with a chip brush. Chip brushes are annoying though because they always lose.
Well, and they're not as cheap as I always expect them. I go to buy them and I'm like, why is this $3?
Yeah, I know, right? What we should do is when we're thrifting, look for crappy brushes. Just use them for the jobs we don't want to use our nice brushes with. All right, mine's done. And it's 10:58. Look at that.
Perfect.
All right, guys. I'm gonna put this back in here. This side is just bent just the tiniest little bit.
Straighten it out.
No, it's fine. It's not that deep. It's just bent a little bit. Oh, I didn't. Can I see that real quick? I've got a little bit of the white primer because I was down. So I'm just gonna go over this with that. Okay, here you go. I got a little bit of the white peeking through on this. I don't know if I like that. I probably shouldn't have put oil wax on it. Let's see what happens. It's probably not going to work the way I want it to.
I don't think it is.
I was like, look at me. I have my project all the way done. You're going to have to use a different rag for yours.
I feel like I'm going to be all day with this tiny little brush.
Yeah, it's not going to. I'll just distress it. Don't mind me. Don't paint over oil wax, people. Not your best option.
I'll just try to get the front done. We were a couple minutes late, so.
It's okay. Did you have sandpaper over here?
I don't think I have any sandpaper out. Can't remember using it.
This is 80. I do not want 80. 220. Oh, yours looks cool. I think that was a really good choice of transfer. I'm just going to distress this, pull off some of the paint. And then can I borrow your brush again real quick? Cover that where it did stick a little bit. Problem solved. All right, there you go. Cleo says, I worked for the company that made and the one that Zeb is working on. Oh, did you work at Craftsman? Is that what that one was?
It might have been made by a different company for Craftsman.
Oh, they're talking about buying presents. I think one of Odelia's is coming today. I need to buy one more for her. I actually already gave my mom her present. I bought her a air purifier for her room. She probably already forgot that was for Christmas, but I got it for her a few weeks ago. When they were on sale, I got her a really nice one. And Zeb and I are just going to do stockings for each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm sure projects. I told you I'd make you some bread.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to tin some copper. I will do some baking for you because that's
that
the way to
all I'm going to do? It's not likely.
All right. Well, I'm just getting you a stocking because shopping for you is like the things Zeb wants. He's so particular about, and they're also really expensive. So you definitely don't want to get it wrong. So stocking stuffers it is. And then I'm trying to think. Eliza's done.
You still owe me a range day.
I do owe you a range day. Redrick. Oh, I think Redrick, I need to get one more. Jack, only one more. So we're doing pretty good because we're only doing 2 presents for the kids and we'll be spending money while we're in California. Oh, it was a company that built them for Craftsman for their company. That's nice. Awesome. Yeah. Why aren't the toolboxes masculine? Because they're for women have tools too. I actually think it's
so
fun.
Honestly, like this would be so cool in like a she shed with some garden tools or even like sewing supplies or whatever you're into, you know. You can put your paint brushes or soldering. My mom does stained glass.
Yeah, you could use this for sewing supplies, any kind of craft that you like to do if you need to take it on the go. And it's actually really common for people to make toolboxes look feminine and decorate them because, as you know, people like to bedazzle things. But we could have used fish.
We could have
used fish.
Fish could be feminine too. I mean, Sailor did that on her.
Oh,
thing.
That's right. She had a pink one. You know, we could do if we ever found a metal tackle box, we could paint it and put the fish on it. That'd be cute. Shannon said that her husband is the same way. Yeah. Sometimes I know like specific. I actually do have, you know what? I do have one thing that I'm going to get you. I actually was thinking about it this morning. So hopefully it doesn't leave my brain again. That would not fit in a stocking. You might not be super excited about it, but I was like, Zeb needs that. All right, guys. While Zeb's finishing that, I'm just going to go over the products we used again. So we used, oh gosh, can I even remember? Is this Bayberry? The green.
Yes.
Okay, Bayberry and Barn Red in Farmhouse Finishes. We did use Salvation Solution Primer under this because it had some Sharpie on it, but I can show you that the area that did not have Sharpie covered just fine, as Zeb didn't, or not primer. So you could do it without primer is what I'm trying to say, because Zeb didn't use primer either. And then I used the Lover of Flowers transfer. Zeb used Saint Germain, and then we're sealing both of them up with dark oil wax. And if you want it to be even darker, you could do another coat over the top of dark oil wax to really get a nice sheen on this. And that's all the products. We wound up using zebra brushes, the medium artist brush set that is actually sold out at jamierayvintage.com and with zebra.
They'll be back.
We will get more.
We'll let you know. We'll send out, if you have the app, we could probably do a push when we get them back in stock and just let you know, one of those push notifications. And
we use dark oil wax. I think that's a core, but you can get a sample size of paint in each of these colors would totally work. We've got a decent amount left over in each color, and then a sample size of oil wax. So you don't have to buy all of it if you're just doing smaller projects like this. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up.
Hold on, I was gonna wipe this down.
Okay, we'll wait.
Trying to get out of here.
I got green paint on that one. Grab a new, yeah, I love that roll of microfiber paper towels.
It's
like $9.95 from Home Depot. It's a really good deal.
Like
they're not as thick, but they're great for projects that you are going to be ruining them. You can also buy the shop towels, but I like these better than the shop towels. I just forget that I have them.
All right, this won't take me long.
Oh, that's good. All I got to do after this is eat brunch.
Yeah, I need to eat something too. We got going at the shop early this morning, and I did not eat anything.
Deb and I only shipped about like 6 or 7 packages this morning before we had to get back.
But I think it was more orders though, because you combined like
5.
You combined like 5 orders.
Yeah, that's true.
And I combined 3.
Do you still need to paint underneath on the bottom of that?
Yeah, I'll get that off camera. I just wanted to kind of get the shine off of this so they could see what it's going to look like.
Once it dries lighter. Can you guys already see how much lighter and less shiny this one is?
I just want to get the drippies off before it starts.
Yeah, I'm probably going to eat brunch and then maybe put another coat of dark oil wax on this just for some more sealer. And then we'll be good to go.
This will got to do the back. All right, now you can tell them.
All right, guys, if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you guys on the next episode.